So you really want to find a way to get your life organized, but you're just not sure where to start. You think you may need a planner, but you're so overwhelmed. You need help. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. This is Quita from AtHomeWithQuita, and here I share tips on how to plan a balanced life. So if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Planners are such an awesome tool for your life, but if you don't know where to start or how to be successful with planning, then they can just end up being counterproductive. So today, I thought I would share some beginner tips to help you use your planner in a way that actually helps your life. So let's get into it. Also guys, I have something really exciting that I'm doing just for you planner newbies, or if you have a system that you don't quite feel is working for you and you're looking for a change. So I'm doing a giveaway and I'm gonna choose 2 winners to win a bunch of Erin Conjuring goodies, from a planner to lots of accessories. And so I'm gonna choose 2 people to gift these items to so that you can start your planner journey. So check the description box below so you can see all of the details on what is going to be given away. It's going to be several items and how you can enter to win. Tip number 1, find the right planner for you. There's no one size fits all. Planners and planning is totally personal, and it's dependent on what is going on in your life at different phases of your life. At different phases in my life, I've used different planners, and it took a while to find the best one for my current phase in my life. And y'all know I am always constantly making tweaks so that I can make sure that my planning system is working for me at that time. So I recommend that you take the time to do a little research on all of the different planners that you're interested in and think about how you like to organize. I really like to break things up in my life into different categories. As you guys know, that is my current setup. My brain works in sections, so that's what works for me. And whenever I'm looking for a new planner, that's what I'm gonna look for. So I've got lots of different sections going on in my planner. And then I'm really thoughtful when it comes to the layout. So for business planning, I really love structuring things in sections. And I am a list maker when it comes to my personal planning, which is why I chose the vertical line layout and the subject style layout, because those are layouts that work best for me. So do some digging and find that right planner layout for you. And if you're using a planner that doesn't work for your life, then you're gonna be less likely to stick to it, and it won't help you to be as organized as you could be. Tip number 2. Pick a day of the week to set up your planner and plan your months and your week. This is the fun part, at least for me, and it's one of the planner tips that for beginners is so important for successfully using your planner. So make sure that you set a specific day and set a specific time each week to do your planning, and make sure you stick to it, okay? Because this can end up being a make it or break it type situation for your planner success. And if you're just doing your planner setup for the week whenever you have the time, you may find yourself not actually making time to set it up. So don't just wing it, okay? Make it a routine. For me, what works best is for me to set up my planner on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. And that helps me to be able to jump into that Monday morning full swing and ready to tackle the week. And when it comes to my monthly planning, I always try to make sure that I have that planned out on the Sunday before the month starts. So figure out what routine is going to work best for you. But I do recommend that you have a routine and you stick to it, so that way you can make sure you're the most successful possible and you really enjoy using your planner. Also, there are a lot of people who prefer to set theirs up on Monday morning or even Friday evening before the weekend starts. So, totally up to you. Your day will also vary based on your job and your school schedule and just life in general. So, if you have a more unique life schedule, then consider getting a planner without set dates on the top so you can fill them in yourself. For me, I like a routine, but I don't want to be tied to specific days or times of the days to get tasks done. So that's just what works for me. I do love a good routine, of course, like I just mentioned, but I don't want to be tied to having to get certain tasks done at certain times of the day or certain days of the week. So again, find what works for you. Tip number 3, start more on the simple side of things. Y'all know it's a lot, okay? So if you find yourself deep in the planner community, you may get a little bit overwhelmed. There's so many talented people out there who do such cool stickers and artsy planner layouts. That doesn't have to be you, okay? But I need you to remember there are a lot of those people literally do this for a living, okay? Like me, okay? And so don't necessarily always get wrapped up in that, okay? And it isn't practical for most people to spend hours drawing and creating a gorgeous planner layout each week. It's just not. So don't feel guilty if your planner is just black ink and no stickers. And to be honest, that's typically how mine is usually as well. I did start out, y'all know, planning using all the things, but now I'm more on the simple side of things. And y'all, those simple planners are sometimes easier to actually stick to and can help you to be more organized and more productive. So that being said, if you want to do a cool decorated planner layout, that's totally fine. Just don't feel the pressure. And remember that your planner is no better or no worse if you decorate it or keep it simple. Tip number 4. Figure out what elements are most important for you to plan. So when you're setting up your planner, you really need to think about what motivated you to start planning. Are you an at-home mom? Are you in school now? Did you start a new job? Do you have kids' schedules that you need to get in control? When you think about what you're trying to get out of a planner, you can really start to figure out what elements are most important to focus on when you're planning. For example, if you just started college and you're trying to stay on top of class times and schoolwork, then a planner with an hourly daily element may be the most helpful for you. Or if you feel that family schedules are super busy and you want to stay on top of it, then planning with to-do lists each day might be the way you can take control of that busy day. Focus on the parts of planning planners that are most important for your life. If hourly planning doesn't matter for your life, then don't waste time doing hourly planning. If to-do lists don't help your life, then don't worry about adding them to your planner. It's as simple as that. So if all of the things I just mentioned apply to you, use all of those things to schedule out the different parts of your life. You may need to incorporate a to-do list. You may need to incorporate an hourly plan. You may need both. You just literally have to figure out which one of those or if both of those are going to work for you. Just really try to be intentional so that you can get the most out of your planner. That's all that matters here. Tip number 5, use the right supplies. Supplies are a very big part of planning, but don't worry, they don't have to get super crazy and super expensive. So if you're using a pen that's bleeding through to the next page, then it's gonna make your planner feel messy and disorganized. So this is the pen that I happen to use. I love it because it's aesthetically pleasing. It matches with my planner cover and it writes really well. So these pens are available at Fancy Plans Co. And if you want to also highlight certain text, make sure that you get highlighters that won't smudge the ink underneath as well. This is the highlighter I use. I really love it. It's a soft gray. It's available at Fancy Plans Co. as well as all products are that are mentioned in this video, by the way. And so get yourself a good highlighter. I also love my Sharpie Fine Tip because I use a lot of transparent sticky notes, and this is what I have found that works best on the transparent sticky notes. So I keep 3 pens in my planner. So it's really important to figure out what supplies are the best for you and your planner. And I would also say to stick to the supplies that work for you. You don't have to keep changing them like I do. And if you're using supplies that frustrate you or annoy you, then you're gonna start to associate those feelings with your planner. Tip number 6, don't be afraid to try different planner systems. The final of the planner tips for beginners that I'm talking about today or reminding you of today is to not be afraid of using different planner systems. If you've tried doing an hourly planner and it doesn't seem to be working for you, then try a new system. If a system isn't working for you, don't feel obligated to stick to it. You know what's the best thing? Trial and error. And that's going to happen for you, especially at the beginning of this journey. Trial and error is going to happen at the beginning of becoming a planner, and that is normal and okay. And chances are when you are planning in a few years, your life has changed, of course, and your planner system will have to change and adapt with that as well. So don't be afraid of new planning systems and styles. That's just a part of it. And you really have to go through that in order to be able to find a system that's going to stick for you long term, okay? So planners are such a great organization and productivity tool, but starting planning and becoming consistent can be overwhelming. So remember to be patient with yourself and try not to overcommit at the beginning. So just take it one day at a time, okay? And remember, planners are only helpful if you're focusing on what's the best for you. So I really hope that these planner tips for beginners was helpful for you and it inspires you to start to plan and become more consistent with using your planner if that's your goal. So that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you stopping by my channel to catch this video. I really do hope it helps. And don't forget, I am giving away lots of Erin Conjuring goodies. So make sure again to check the description box below so that you can see exactly how to enter. And I'm really hoping that these items inspire you to keep going on your planner journey. And they may be just what you need to freshen up your planner system. And it may just work for you long term. So that's my hope. And so, of course, as always, I really appreciate you guys for stopping by. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it, and make sure to come by and catch another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.